So I'm going to take anyone who wants to go through the process. If you'd rather not do it right now, you can at least hear what it sounds like. But there's an opportunity here. And everything I say is an invitation. So the first step is to have in mind, if you have an issue like this one, where there's something that something in you is doing. Maybe it's striving for perfectionism. Maybe it's trying to figure everything out. Maybe it's trying to be a people pleaser and get everybody around you to like you. There's something some part of you is doing, or it could be what we've been talking about with examples from substances like sugary things, potato chips, or drink, smoke, all of those things, screens. Something's doing something, and something doesn't like it. And that's the pattern. If there's something in you that fits that pattern somehow, then great. That works. We'll have that in mind. And so this is a process where I'm going to take you through some listening to these different sides of you. You practice the ability to be self in presence. This process will take about 15 or 20 minutes. And if you lose me at any point, if you sort of drop off, if you feel like, oh, I got lost, just wait a minute. Probably you can get back on the bus a little later. And the first step is to be aware of your body. So, and you may want to close your eyes because it's easier to pay attention if you do, but you don't have to. Being aware of your body, feeling your body here and now. Feeling your whole body. Feeling your body in contact with what you're sitting on. Maybe also your feet in contact with something. Maybe even wiggling your feet so you can feel them more easily. And then there's the rest of your body, your seat, your back, probably in contact with what you're sitting on, or lying on, or standing on. Just aware, just noticing the sensations of being in contact with something. It's probably one of the easiest ways to feel your body is to feel what it's touching. There it is. And then let your awareness come inward. So you're sensing in the inner area of your body, in your throat, in your chest, your stomach, that whole inner area that includes that throat, chest, stomach, belly. Of course, you can be aware anywhere in your body if you like, but often this sort of front of the body region is pretty sensitive to parts that may want to communicate with you. So just coming inside, feeling inside. And then let's use this language we're learning to identify something that does something. Something in me does it. Using your own words to put into this language. There's something in me that procrastinates. There's something in me that stays up late. There's something in me that gets dominated by taking care of others. Whatever it is for you, Some call it something in me. And another something in me doesn't like that. Something in me this, and something in me doesn't like that, with all kinds of good reasons, of course. And both are there. And I am here with both. And I think you'll find if you do that language, it will take you into a state of self in presence. I am sensing, something in me does it, and I am sensing, something in me doesn't like doing it or doesn't like it that I do that. And I am here with both. Okay, the next step is to turn toward one of these, and we're going to do both of them in our 20 minutes. So I'm going to suggest that we start by turning toward the one that doesn't like it, wants it to stop. And when I say turn toward, you may not feel this in your body, you may not have an image for it, but you know it's around here somewhere. So just kind of picture yourself inviting a relationship with the part of you that doesn't like that you do this, doesn't like the one that does it. I'm wanting to turn toward that part of me. I'm curious and I'd like to get to know it better. So, the thing I'd suggest you say to that part of you is, might you be worried? I think you'll find that it is worried about you, about what will happen if you keep on doing that thing. Worried what others will think, worried about your growth and who you're becoming, what kind of person you'll be if you keep doing that. Worried about your health, worried about your weight. It's worried about something. Let's find out what it is. The part that doesn't want you to do that behavior, turning toward it, you turn toward it. I'm sensing something in me that doesn't want me to do that behavior, and I'm letting it know I'd like to get to know what it's worried about me, what it's worried about. Let's pause and let that come. What it's worried about. There might not have been a quick answer. There might have been, but it might take a little time. And there might be more than one thing that it's worried about. So let it know you're interested. Sure, tell me all the things you're worried about. And when it lets you know something it's worried about, let it know you hear it. No argument, no promise to do better. Just, I really hear. That's what you're worried about. I hear that. And check with it if it's starting to feel like you get it, you know, because this is a part that really wants you to understand that it's trying to help you and it's worried about you. And if you say back to it what it's worried about, that's going to make some kind of difference. Bring a little release, a little relief. Ah, you got it. In fact, it may calm down a little because it starts to believe that you are here, paying attention, caring about its concerns. So it got a little calmer, I hope. And now let's turn to the other one. You've listened for a while to the one that doesn't want you to do the behavior. Now we're going to turn toward the one that does it, the one that does the behavior. It goes and buys the liquor, or it goes and buys the candy, or it stays up late watching movies, or it people pleases, puts other people more important than yourself. Whatever that behavior is, you already identified it. Now we're turning toward the one that does it. And I am not the one that's worried. So I am just curious, just wanting to get to know it better. And I say to it, wherever it is right now, I'd like to get to know you better. I know you have some good reason, some understandable reason for doing that. And I'd like to spend some time listening to you to get to know you better. And the invitation I suggest you give to this one is, what is it you want for me? So what positive experience are you wanting for me to have from doing that? Maybe it wants numbing. Numbing when you're in pain, numbing is a positive experience. Maybe it wants feelings of comfort. Maybe it wants you to feel like you belong. Maybe it wants you to feel safe. Whatever it is, could be all kinds of things. Let it surprise you. Just saying to that part of you, I'm so interested in what you're wanting to help me feel from doing that. It takes a while, and sometimes something that wants to eat chocolate will respond, I just want to eat chocolate. That's all I want. Oh, I see a chat saying, what if it's multiple things at once? Cool. Yeah. Mine wanted multiple things. Mine had a list of at least 4 things. It's great. So what happens when it starts letting you know what it wants is you say back to it, I hear you. I hear what you want for me is, for example, validation. I hear what you want for me is belonging. I hear what you want for me is safety. We're not arguing. We're not the one that's trying to change it. That one's over here. We're just listening. We're speaking to it from the heart, letting ourselves be touched by how much it wants to help us with this stuff. I hear you want that for me. This brings change. So you're listening to this part that does the behavior. This is not about whether it's going to do it in the future or not. This is simply about what it wants for you. But then ask yourself if you can feel some of that right now, even just here now, sitting here. If it wants validation for you, see if you're starting to feel validation in your body right now. If it wants belonging for you, see if you're starting to feel belonging in your body right now. If it wants joy and comfort, see if you're starting to feel joy and comfort in your body right now. Like, ask your body to show you the feeling quality of what this part of you wants for you. And you can probably feel it right now. So, and notice what changes when you do that. You feel a difference inside? Is there a little release and relaxing when you do that? A little aha. Oh, yeah. This is a pretty short exercise for all the time that this pattern has been going on. But even this much is already beginning to bring a change. There's something it wants for you, and you're hearing that. You're asking your body to show you what it feels like to receive that, and you're feeling a bit of that right now. When I sat with the part of me that wanted to drink, and it wanted me to be able to feel spontaneously creative, I asked for what that felt like in my body, and I felt a kind of tingle inside. Tingle, like, oh, here it is now. This is what it's like. Comfort. What is comfort like in the body? Maybe you can feel some of that right now. You've been listening to each side. Now thank them and bring with you any feelings of release, any enjoyable feelings that you've had during this process. It may also have brought up painful feelings. That's very natural in a process like this. If you're feeling something painful, let's take a little time with that. Something difficult may have come, and just take some time to be gentle with yourself and to say to that part of you that's having some kind of painful feeling, I know that's hard and I'm with you. So the I that says I am with you is still self in presence. And we're going to take a little more time with anything that's here that may need to be acknowledged. You may want to say to it that you'll spend more time with it later. This is an ongoing inner relationship. And every time we do this, you are cultivating your ability to be self in presence. That ability gets bigger every time you do this, which then allows you to turn toward, well, even more challenging feelings if they come. So we complete by thanking your body. If you've had your eyes closed, you may want to begin bringing awareness out, sensing the room around you, taking some breaths, looking around the room to see something that your eye falls on. Perhaps it's something beautiful or interesting.